Hello and thank you for joining us on Tea Time, where we bring you the latest and the biggest gist in showbiz and celebrity business. I'm Elsie Godwin and I'm here with Ife Oshunkeye and Ife Omai. Hi guys.
Hello. What's up?
How you doing?
Good. How are you? We've missed you this morning.
Okay, I know why that sounds funny, but yeah, I missed you guys too. So, Ife, this banter is for you.
Why?
We're talking about Wizkid and the Surulere vibe thing going on.
As part of the hustler, the gangster of Surulere.
He's number one fan. No, he's Wizkid's number one fan.
Oh, okay.
I'm not Wizkid's number one fan either, but I'm a big fan of Wizkid and I love his music.
So maybe like number 10?
And I'm just beginning to get on the Davido vibe too, because I'm beginning to respect David for his hustle, and he puts in a lot of work, even though he's a child that has almost everything he needs in life, but he's still putting in a lot of work to still show you that, look, it's not about all the money in the world. I still have to hustle to be better than who I presently am, and I really respect him for that. So people are trying to put this whole David and Wizkid thing against each other again over this whole Surulere thing. But if you know the streets, you would know that that guy that came out to talk and be like, oh, Wizkid, you're not a shitter boy, you're from small London, nobody's listening to Wizkid anymore. It's Davido, because Casanova shot a video in Surulere and shared some money. And so I think at the end of the day, if you don't have the streets credibility to be saying all those things, then maybe you shouldn't have been saying it in the first place. And if you know Barrow Eleni or Surulere, you would also know that he's not somebody you want to mess with. And that's Wizkid's like personal bodyguard whenever he's in Surulere.
But you think that they're tougher than that. You just said the guy doesn't have credibility, so why are they giving that guy so much attention, beating him up to that level?
Yeah, because you need to know your place. It's like letting people know that.
But I think this is totally wrong,
I need to also make it clear that I am not in support of whatever they did to that guy, because it could have been handled better or in a different way. It could have even been handled with a dialogue.
I mean, it could be ignored actually, because that was not going to stop anybody from listening to Wizkid.
I think where he overstepped his bounds was when they said Wizkid posted a video of him being in his sister's restaurant in Surulere, and the guy tracked Wizkid all the way there. You understand? So I think that was like where he crossed the line. They didn't care about his video, but the moment you went after Wizkid, like, did he tell you he was there? Why did you go and meet him? Were you planning to attack him? So it became kind of personal.
But I think when he got to that level, they probably should have reported him to the same authorities that have arrested
but he didn't commit any crime. But like I said,
and
it's the streets.
So also, what's your take on Wizkid's screenshots? The messages that we saw.
I mean, that doesn't prove anything. Anybody's name can be saved as Starboy. So I cannot say that is Wizkid. How are you sure I don't have anybody saved on my phone as Starboy?
And now I can see all the girls trying the middle three numbers, because they reviewed these numbers. So just 3. So all the girls now, they've been trying 0, 0. They're
so
trying.
How is that possible? Even if you want to take jibes and girls, take the jibes.
So you trying to?
Where did you see me, please? Let me know. Anyway, I hope they settle this, because I don't like how it's
but Barrow has been arrested.
I mean, we'll come out
to
talk about SARS and how they behave, but this is like, it's like they're going to pick, this is where they pick people that join the SARS community or the SARS force, whatever they are called.
I would even like
this is totally wrong.
At the end of it all, that both celebrities actually find a way to maybe, use their voice against violence, because it kind of looks like if they stay silent, for me, it looks like they're encouraging the act.
Yeah,
so we can fight in your name, pretty much. So I think they should come out as, the big artist of Nigeria.
I don't know if you guys saw Davido's comment on the blog site where he said, who is going to do this for me in Lekki Phase 1? So Davido is already beginning to instigate people to start. But I don't think violence is the answer to anything, even though some people could be quite stupid with their alterations sometimes, but it doesn't mean you have to be violent.
I mean, there's other ways to kill a chicken.
Okay, so
other ways to kill a chicken. Tell me.
I think it's time to introduce our studio guest. We have a guest in the studio, and our guest is a Togolese-born Nigerian music producer, a graduate of international relations and diplomacy from the prestigious Lead City University. He has gathered an impressive production catalog featuring the likes of Davido, Olamide, Burna Boy, Mr. Easy, Mayokun, Dremo, YC, and a host of other top Nigerian arts. During the 2018 Afrima and City People Music Awards, he won Best Music Producer. His notable productions include Fire by Davido, Ada by DJ Eco featuring Davido also, a song by Larry Gaga featuring Davido, Love You, Tire by Mayoko featuring Mr. Easy, Back to Back by DMW Host, and a host of others. With over 69,000 followers on Instagram, ladies and gentlemen, let us introduce the smash hit maker Bello Emmanuel Additional, professionally known as Fresh VDM.
This is the longest drum roll we've had on time. Okay. It's okay.
Welcome.
You know you're a beat maker. Even
so this takes me to my question. How do you create these amazing beats?
Well, let me first say it's God's gift.
Okay.
Then, my father is a pastor. He owns a church in Togo. So I started learning how to drum. Then the guy that was playing keyboard in the church was like, I can drum on the keys. So I got interested in playing the drums on the keys. Then he introduced me to a software, Cubase 5. Then I started using it. He started teaching me how to make my drums sound on the software. So I got interested in hearing what I sound like on the system. So I was really happy to be able to play my shit for myself. So
how old were you around this period?
Around this period, I was like 14, 15. Then we came to Nigeria. We relocated to Nigeria. Then I went to Abuad. Then I met a couple of my friends, Young Willis, EOD. They taught me how to use Fruity Loops. That's the software that's running in Nigeria at that time. So then I started learning how to make beats with Fruity. Then I met Dremo. We made a couple of songs. David signed Dremo. Then
so what was behind the decision to move back to Nigeria? Because we hear people moving out of Nigeria. So what happened?
Well, is my dad.
Family, huh?
Yeah, my dad. He wanted us to have this English. We should be able to speak English because all our lives.
So do you speak French?
Yes.
Okay.
Je parle français. Tu veux parler français avec moi?
Avec moi, le passé, le passé. All right, so let's talk. You just took us through a brief history of how you worked with Dremo, and then Dremo got signed by Davido. Was that how you met David? Because I noticed you said that. But what got David interested in you? And you created the Fire Jam Fire. So tell us about that. How was that experience?
Okay. It was Dremo actually. When David signed Dremo, I came to the house with Dremo the first day. Then I met a producer. The guy was he really welcomed me, contrary to what normal producers will do, would turn the other producer away. Why are you coming to it where I'm meeting? You get that kind of thing. So, he was really entertaining. He taught me a couple of things. Then I started learning to understand David's style of music. So I started using Mayoko to get to understand the musical part of David, because I linked a couple of similarities between Mayoko and David. You know, they signed drum and David at the same time. So I was using Mayo to get that vibe. So a couple of songs we did with Mayo, then Fire, that one.
Hola, Mr. Lokba.
How easy was the process?
Let me not say it was easy, but it was easy kind of. It wasn't that easy because David is this person. He likes it. He likes it when the music is the way it is in his head. You get? It's not that you add something, you take it away after you're done recording. You take it away and add many things. David will.
But a lot of people say David does not write his music. Is that true? Does he buy music or does he actually?
He doesn't buy music. It's just like vibe in the studio. If you're in the studio, if you're like 5 in the studio, and David is trying to get a vibe, maybe he's saying a line and he's trying to complete the line, and Peruzzi is there, Mayor is there, obviously we will assist.
It's more like a collaboration.
So does it give them writing credits?
Yes.
It does.
Yes, it does.
And have you ever assisted in any of the songs?
Were
you part of the creative process of Fire?
Not a writer.
No, apart from making the beats, were you part of the creative process of Fire?
Yes.
Did you give some lines?
Well, which line was that? No.
So I see your 30 BG necklace. What does this movement mean exactly? Let's take it away from the Naira and money we try to attach to it. What does it mean?
It's just a young set of guys trying to be wealthy with their hustle. You get?
Yeah.
So,
Would you say you're accomplished?
well, no.
Okay, backing up on that, on his question, my questions, I want to focus on your achievements. I know that, first of all, when I was researching, you said that you were verified on Instagram. Haven't come across a lot of, I know there's a lot more producers on Instagram that are not verified, so I know that's a big deal. And I also saw that you've won a couple of awards and stuff, and all this happened in the space of 2018. So it looks like 2018 was your year. So I want you to please speak more on those achievements and how, how that has helped you open more doors for you.
And then after you speak on that, you have to tell us why you still feel you're not accomplished.
Okay, so because this question is now a complicated question, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation with Fresh VDM after this break. We'll be right back.
You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time.
I loved the energy when I came in here. It was so positive. I was like, I can't live here.
My real names are Akbofyokobo, Akborobomemere.
I think my father is a comedian because most times when he calls me, he's like, yo, make sure you use condom, them girls out there.
So are you telling me I should have shot my shots?
Ife, you are my younger brother. Age is nothing but a number. What? I'm a vampire.
I believe in equal rights for women, and I also believe that a man is the head of the house, so we need to draw our limits somewhere.
It feels so good. Now can I do my jam now?
Yeah, you can.
Welcome back. You're watching Tea Time right here on Plus TV Africa, and we're carrying on with our conversation with award-winning producer Fresh VDM. So we had questions for you. You either start from this. Okay, maybe if I need to take that question.
Okay, so we're talking about your awards. I said that researching you, I saw that you had, accomplished a lot, especially in 2018. You've had a couple of awards. You've been verified on Instagram and all that stuff, and that's quite a big deal for a music producer. I mean, a lot of people are in your hustle. So can you talk about that and what that process has been? Has it changed your life in any way? Has it opened more doors?
And that 2018 was your year. I remember.
Yeah.
And you still claim that you're not accomplished. Why is that?
Okay. Now, 2018 is 1 year that I think I really worked hard in 2018. Which I worked on Mayor's album, I worked on Perez's EP, I worked on DMW's group songs, and I worked on a couple of other songs. Well, I would say, I thank God people like the songs I worked on, because to me, I like going for the best of the best, but most of my artists like picking, sometimes the best of my best might not be the best for them, so they like picking other stuff. So some of the jams, I wasn't so sure about them, but they believed in them, so I let them go. So
you're trying to say these ones we are crazy about is
just like
a tip of the eye.
They are not even the hit songs yet.
Okay.
So when they started nominating me for the awards, I spoke to David. Loki, hope nobody's here. I spoke to David. Then David was like, I'm the best producer. There's nothing that I should not worry that I'm collecting it and things like that. Then I prayed. Then we went for the Afrima thing. Then I got it.
So when you say you spoke to David, was it for him to speak in favor of you?
No. I just wanted to hear his...
Nobody. Okay, I just wanted to hear his opinion.
I just wanted to know what he was thinking about it. Can I win it? Bro, tell me the truth. Is it possible? Can I? So I should not judge myself for this kind of thing. So I was like, yeah. I'm nobody. I should not worry. I'm the best. He now said something. That's what actually motivated me. It was like, even if they don't give me, that I should know that I'm still the best. So
being nominated has to be a big deal.
Okay, so VDM stands for very disturbing music. Yes, explain that.
I think Fire should explain that. Fire.
So the
Fire, right?
Fire was very
Okay,
disturbing.
yeah, that was a very disturbing song. So when you added Fresh to Fresh, very disturbing music.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people will be of the opinion that disturbing music shouldn't be fresh. So how is yours fresh? What's in the kitchen and what are you keeping fresh for us this year?
Well, I'm keeping some. Okay, first my EP. I'm working on.
Oh yeah.
My EP this year.
Okay.
Okay.
You people will not heard him.
What are the people you have on that?
Well. Let me
Spill tea on tea time. Spill juice.
Of course, the DMW
Davido
crew
is there. That one standard. No, we don't need to call. No, don't call anybody.
So what
from
people
DMW.
outside the DMW crew?
An international
Burna
artist.
Boy, okay.
Yeah, I have Burna
Any
Boy.
international artist.
Yeah, Popcorn.
Oh, nice.
Great.
So let's keep it that
So
way.
when is this dropping?
It's dropping before the end of the year. Hopefully, by God's grace.
Would you
Just
say
drop it on my
that? Would you say
birthday.
that you have a sound? Like I know Fire and all those are very Afrobeat, and I saw somewhere that your inspiration is to work with Drake someday. So would you say? Because I remember reading that, I was just thinking all your songs kind of have that Afro thing, and you know Drake isn't really like that. I mean, I've seen that with him and Wizkid, but that's pretty much about it. So how would you say? Would you say that you can your sound can mix? Because right now it sounds very Afro.
Well, to me, I feel I'm making Afro soul urban vibe. You get, so I don't really classify it as Afrobeat.
Right.
So I feel if I know I'm going to work with Drake like tomorrow, next tomorrow, I would think like Drake's producer.
Right.
Like for like 2 days before the day I'm going to work with Drake, so I'll get his vibe on the Afro beats, Afro soul vibe I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I feel when you work with artists and you're thinking in their line, I feel it makes the work easier. And it makes it like, okay, it's more of my sound anyways. Anytime I make a beat, it is my sound.
Yeah.
So I just feel it will work out if I think in that line anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of
Before you
people-
take your question, let's go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll take your first question. We'll be right back.
You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time.
I loved the energy when I came in here. It was so positive. I was like, I can't live here.
My real names are Akbofyokobo, Akborobomemere.
I think my father is a comedian because most times when he calls me, he's like, yo, make sure you use condom, you know, them girls out there.
So are you telling me I should have shot my shots?
Ife, you are my younger brother. Age is nothing but a number. What? I'm a vampire.
I believe in equal rights for women, and I also believe that a man is the head of the house, so we need to draw our limits somewhere.
Feels so good. Now can I do my jam now?
Yeah, you can. Thank you.
This is Plus TV Africa, and you're still on to Tea Time. We're carrying on with our conversation with Fresh VDM. Ife, you were going to ask a question.
Okay, so a lot of people in Davido's camp, I'm so sorry we're making this all about Davido, but it's almost inevitable to bring up Davido when you're wearing the 30 billion chain. So, yeah, a lot of people always give accolades to David that he knows how to treat his people right. Now, are you also going to jump on that bandwagon and be like, okay, Davido made me who I am today? Or do you think without a Davido, you would have still been the Fresh VDM that we all know today?
No. Without Davido, I won't be Fresh VDM. That's one. And two, Davido, the reason why people keep saying Davido is because this guy actually, the fuel this guy gives you when you're about to work is like extreme. You get, he pushes you to the max. Like you have to be your best when he's about to work. You get, that's the kind of energy you put out before you even enter the studio. Okay, let me give you an example. Like we want to work in the studio now, and David comes to me, he'll be like, we won't work now. I believe you, no worry. Now smash with the go do. But go kill him for me. Let's go, now smash.
Yeah.
You get that kind of fuel.
boss.
Yes, you get. Will drive you. If you want to work with Mayor Peruzzi, there was a time Peruzzi was doing that popcorn feature. He was doing the song Diana, when he was doing it, David entered the studio, he was like, he's lost, he doesn't know what to sing. David was like, you are lost. You are lost. As in, the reason why I paid attention to it was because David, I know that I can learn something from it eventually, because David doesn't just open his mouth to say nonsense. So he will say something, and he was like, you are lost, let me hear. I beg, sing this thing. And for real, the next take, Pero got it. So it's like, the fuel is actually the drive he gets. He drives us.
So it's more like that boss that brings out the best around people around him.
He's the captain.
He's the coach,
yes.
he's the captain.
So would you say that producers in Nigeria get enough credit as they should be getting?
Considering that all we have is the vibe these days.
Well, now I think we are. Because the artists are now putting us in front these days. They're like, okay, this is my producer, you get. And in Nigeria, it's more of the rhythm and the dance than the message of the song.
Do you think that's a problem?
No, that's not a problem.
Don't you think that we should be looking at other genres of music? Like the rap culture in Nigeria is almost dead, if not dead, you get? Because when MI first came out, he came out with a very solid hip-hop album, and we all loved that. But it's been a while we heard anything like that. So don't you think it's a problem that everybody's jumping on the Afro vibe and nobody's trying to diversify?
Well, I feel that's like an issue with our fans. You get, it's what the fans want, we can give them. If they don't want us to rap, we can't give them rap, because they will not play it, they will not call us for shows. And we need money. We need to do the shows.
So it's all about the money, not passion, and not for the love of the game.
Well, if you have passion for this, if you're hungry, I don't think you can be able to fuel your passion.
Okay, so talking about accolades, he asked you and you talked about the fact that the artist now put you guys forward as this is the producer. Does it end there? Has it gotten to the kind of money you make? Do you have like a long-term contract, or is still a one-off, make me beats, I pay you one-off, and then they keep enjoying the whatever royalties that come with the song?
Well, for now, it's still make me beats, I'll pay you. But these days, what David is doing now is working with international artists. So you need to be on that wave. You get, like a producer, like I'm his producer, I need to be on the wave, like I don't care. I need to be on the wave. You have to do what you have to do to get what you have to get, you get.
So what does it take to earn the 30 billion chain? Because I'm hoping to cop myself one.
Well, hard work, I think. Hard work, I think.
I mean, you've talked a lot, even just you being here, about like a lot of stuff that makes you stand out. The fact that you're flexible with whoever you work with. You've also been, I feel like you've also been blessed with working with good people. But obviously you can't, like, even if Davido is a great coach, you can't bring out something in you that isn't there. So already there's something special about you. So what would you say differentiates you from other producers? What makes you special?
Well, Fresh is playful. Well, I play with almost everything. Like even my instruments, when I want to play the instrument, I play with the instrument while playing the instrument.
No pun intended.
So basically, I like messing around, because I feel that's how I can get like the original me. You get.
Would you say there was any inspiration? Like, did you ever look up to someone? I mean, you mentioned a few people that taught you your softwares and all of that stuff, but is there any other like personal, maybe your mom, a girlfriend, a special someone, you know?
Just ask him if he has a girlfriend. Go straight to the point.
Well, no girlfriend.
Are you searching? Because we use this platform to also
yes. So.
Wow, you now matchmake here.
His number is 090.
2233333.
3 digit at least.
So while you were responding to the first question, the one that had to do with Drake, I picked up on you talking about how these artists want to be in their comfort zone. More like they don't want to explore another kind of beats, especially when they're known with this sound. Is this something you would want to do? Like you get an artist, especially a known artist, and try to show them something different, something new?
Well, something new is... I feel something new is when you do something spectacular in the same old line. Like there's nothing new actually. So you're just doing something special in an old way. You're doing something old in a special way, basically. That's what I mean. So I feel if you get the artist and you sample what he has done before in a new way, he's going to like it, obviously, because
Okay.
do you know what I mean by sampling? You don't know.
Yeah,
But our time is up.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure he knows. And that's where we wrap up on Tea Time this afternoon. Join us tomorrow for fresh episodes of the program. Until then, thank yous as always goes to my co-anchor Ife and Ife Omai and Ife Oshoke. You two are something else. The production team as well as our stylist courtesy of Kudis Empire and Liz Harrison. I'm Elsie Godwin saying thank you for watching. And of course, I have to thank our guests, Fresh VDM. Thank you for being here.
Even when he plays with
Yeah. Catch you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.